Okay, now I'm back with Halo Infinity, obviously. Now, the one person my one subscriber, that, that, whoever you are, you great person who's actually watching these videos, you may have noticed that I've made more videos about this than I have anything else. And that's because Halo, as I mentioned before, is something very near and dear to me. Halo was the first game that I ever owned. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I was probably 8, maybe 6, 7. We went to, my mom took me to the store. We were just there at a grocery shop. It was like it's called Fred Meyer. They have them up in Seattle and Washington. It's like, you know how Target's a nicer version of Walmart? Well, Fred Meyer's like a nicer version of Target, kinda. Anyway, we go up there to grocery shop, and my mom just tells me, "Hey, go look and see if they have Halo." And I was like, "Why?" And oh, I'd already played Halo at one of her friend's house. It's a long story. Anyway, long story short, first Halo was the first game I ever played, so it's very important to me, which is why playing this new Halo game is like, it's fun, like it's crazy. I'm seeing like sort of subtle references to the other games. I will admit, it's great to be back on a Halo. Like, as weird as that sounds, like, this is just like some serious nostalgia for me. Okay, so anyway, my past two videos have been about things that I disliked with the game and things that I thought were problems. And I'll go more into those later, I'm sure. But one thing I gotta say that I really love is the grapple gun. Or grapple shot, whatever they want to call it. I call it a grapple gun. Even though technically it's a wrist mounted device, but whatever. I love it. I also really enjoy the different sort of things you have. I think it's really cool, and it's an expansion on the equipment thing that they introduced in Halo 3. And I like how they finally expanded on it to where you can carry multiple things. The thruster pack could do with it. One thing I do not like about what they did with it is the upgrading. Halo isn't an RPG. It's not an open world game, although I do love the open world concept of it. Although I can't say that I like it more than the level based games. I enjoy levels. I thought that I was going to get a good level based game, back to something basics. But nah, I feel like they're trying to do too much with what should just be a first person shooter game. What should be the first person shooter game, in my opinion. I mean, Halo, like I said, it was the first game I ever owned, the first game I ever beat, which, God, it took me forever. I got stuck on level 4, the silent cartographer, that and level 6. Oh my God, the flood. Oh man. You just can't beat original Halo, and Halo 2 as well. Halo 2 is just awesome. And Halo 3 is great too. They need to remaster Halo 3, in my opinion. It doesn't need it that much, but it's hard to go from Halo 2 Anniversary with its amazing cinematics and then down to this. Which brings me to another. Okay, I was supposed to say what I liked about this game in this video, but I'm gonna have to go over one or two things that I also dislike because I've brought them to my attention, and that is the graphics. The graphics, they're not bad. Like, they're good graphics, but they're not nearly what they should be. Like, if you go back and you look at Halo 2 Anniversary Edition, oh my god, the cinematics are just incredible. And I feel as though it's because the people who made that really cared about the game and they really wanted to take their time and do it right. And I just don't get that from this game. I don't like I feel like they took a lot of shortcuts and didn't do I mean, think about it. This open world thing, yeah, it's a cool idea and everything, but when you think about it, they only really had to like I feel like it's easier to do this than it is to design different levels like they did in Halo. I mean, think about the original Halo. For a lot of the game, you were in completely different areas. You were completely different things, like environments. That's what I'm looking for. In the first mission, you were in like a human spaceship, and you got to see what it might be like for a futuristic spaceship. In the second game, you were on a freaking alien installation planet type thing with all these crazy environments and these big, huge structures that you didn't know what was going on, and they had these underground caverns and stuff. And then Halo, and then in level 3, you were in an alien spaceship, and then you got to see what the alien spaceship was like. Oh, and I'm gonna do I plan on doing a review and a playthrough on Halo, all the Halos, because again, those might be my next videos. Honestly, I might take a break from doing reviews and stuff, and just do a good playthrough of one of my favorite games. But anyway, and then in Halo, in the fourth mission, you're on an island. You can literally go around the entire thing. You can go around the whole thing. And then the fifth one, you're in snow. The sixth one, you're in freaking this underground facility in this swampy area. And the flood, good God, the flood. There's a video on YouTube. It's like a 30-minute video about noobs. It's a bunch of different YouTubers and Twitch streamers who are more famous than me for now. For now. Yeah. And they're all playing Halo for the first time. And it's a compilation of them meeting the flood for the first time. They had no idea. And it's a great video. It's very hilarious. Anyway. And then in the seventh mission, you go in. Anyway, my point is that in the first mission, the first game alone, you had all these different environments. Every level had this great design to it. But in this one, they're just like rocks, trees. Let's put up some more rocks and trees, a couple of big, huge structures. Because it's Halo and it's got to have big, huge structures. I don't mean that as a criticism, like, oh, it's got to have big structures because it's Halo. No, it has to have big structures because it's Halo. I mean that seriously, not like sarcastically. Like, it's got to have these big things that shoot stuff up into the sky and stuff, which I haven't seen enough of. Haven't seen enough shooting things into the sky. Which I like how every Halo is a little bit different. I don't mean the games, I mean the actual Halo installations, the ring worlds. Like, what is this, 07? Yeah, I like it. It's cool. But I feel like they should have, I feel like it's a bit lazy. Like, they just made this whole big thing, and they're like, okay, now go run around this, instead of dedicating themselves to building like these great levels. This to me just feels a bit lazier, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure that I'm not saying that this didn't take a lot of work, and that they didn't put a lot of effort into it, but I don't know. This is something that I feel like I could have done this. Not all of this, but a general layout. Like, okay, put some hills, some roads, some bases you can take over, make some higher so that you have to use the grapple gun or something to get up to it, or that it's difficult to drive up to. It's like make one really high peak, have something really low. This isn't hard to do. It's more of the design of this just doesn't seem like it would be that difficult to do, like an overview, and then you have other people go in and do some more detailed stuff, change stuff up here and there. But it just, I don't know. I would have preferred levels But at the same time, I do love open world games, and I do love the idea of it's like, okay, you're the Master Chief. You just got dropped down into enemy territory. Now you're gonna take it back. Like that's a great concept, and I do love the idea. I don't know. I just miss the levels. And maybe I'm too old. I don't know. Maybe I'm just oh man, I need to start writing these things down, and like producing these videos better instead of uh, holding my phone in between my knees while I play and just talking and going off the top of my fucking head. Uh, but shit, that's my process, okay? And sometimes my process leads me to forget the good points that I had. I know I've been just kind of jumping around. I'm sorry that this video visually is not very it's not very interesting. Okay. Okay, I think I've said all I really needed to say for now. And probably more than I needed to say. Oh, also, the fact that you can pick up weapons is awesome. Absolute. Alright, I'm getting a bit jittery. The fact that you can pick up weapons is just great. There have been several times where I've been like pinned down out of ammo and needed to pick up another gun. And the fact that I can pick up this shit, like, I like the fact that you can throw fusion coils too. Like, it's something that's very Master Chief, you know? It's something that I could see him doing, and I love it. I am really great at throwing stuff. When I make my, playthroughs of the original Halo games, you will see that. I'm really good at, like, getting that just perfect arc. Now watch this. Hooah! Hooah! I wish I was in like a city or something so I could just Spider-Man around. Oh, and that is one other thing. My one problem with the grapple gun doesn't reload quick enough. I mean, I can have two of these and they reload fairly quickly. But the fact that I can have two of them and not two grapple guns, that upsets me. Like, I wish they would have had me on as a beta tester. I hate to toot my own horn. Actually, no. No, actually I do. Anyway. But I've played a shitload of video games, and I could have really pointed out a lot of the problems in this one and helped them make, like, a badass game. I have shitloads of experience with, like, every game. If you go back and look at one of my first like real videos, not just one of the little short things that I have, but at the end of my review of Sunset Overdrive, I go over all the games that I have right now, and it's over like 60 games. And that's just the games that I have right now. That is not even close to all of the games that I have played. It's like and they're all different games. Everything from major titles to indie games, all sorts of little things. So I have tons of experience with video games. And I know what works and what doesn't. What people would probably dislike because, shit, I'm a gamer and I dislike it, you know? So I wish they would have brought me on. I'd have done it. I'll do it for free. Any game people out, the game companies, I'll beta test your game for free just to make sure that it's a good game and that people enjoy it. Because I'm sick and tired of major titles producing games that just aren't up to par. And anyway, I think that's about it. This video is a lot longer than I wanted it to be. And I'm kidding. Oh man. Okay. Like I said, I hold my phone in between my knees. So like, look at that. Got the indent of the bottom of my phone and the top of my phone. It's what I go through for y'all. Because I can't afford to get a webcam or anything. When I do playthroughs, I'll figure out a way to hold my phone better and get my phone up so I can do this. Like, I can do an actual playthrough that's like for like hours. And oh, and if anyone would like to see me live stream uh, playthroughs, like I don't know if I can live stream Halo Infinity right now. I tried. I have a Twitch as well. I'll put a link. I'll try to anyway. Put a link in the description. Y'all can go check me out on Twitch. Lately, I've just kind of been playing Farming Simulator, but yeah, that's just kind of what I'm playing right now. I loop around different games and play different games all the time. But so yeah, if you want to check me out on Twitch, go ahead. And if you like this video, if you like hearing me just ramble on, then go ahead and please like and subscribe. I could very much use the support.